on, guys? Bandit FX, and it is May 23rd, 2021, and this is my pre-market analysis for US30 or the Dow Jones, whatever you want to call it. So we've been on this massive bull run on the monthly ever since coronavirus in March of 20. However, fundamentally, you know that things are starting to reverse here um, from a fundamental standpoint. So let's take a look at the weekly time frame. Obviously, we have a resistance here. Resistance in this level, and then our most recent support, we're going to mark it as right here. Okay. Breaking it down to the daily time frame. Same thing. This weekly level and this daily level just so happen to line up perfectly. We're basically in a range is what this is. This is a huge range on US30. But we can either break to the upside or the downside. Either way is fine. Obviously, if there's a bullish continuation, there's no problem with taking longs because, um, as you guys already know, this correction that we've had since the dump in March is all been artificial. So more artificial pumping of the stock market is not going to be surprising if it does happen. But overall, we are looking for a downside move somewhere in the near future. So um, taking a look, okay, we have a daily resistance right here that we kind of tapped into and left a wick to the upside. This may get filled before continuing up to the top of the range again to retest the high. So, all right, this is the 4-hour time frame. So taking a look at the 4-hour time frame, a bunch of clean traffic here. Let me just adjust this a little bit so um, we get a better idea of where price is because this is all clean all the way up to the top at 35,000. So we do have a little bit of choppiness here on the 4-hour time frame, but as far as a nice clean level, I'm going to mark this off as our most recent support because we're not going to be taking any trades in here. This is just too sloppy, in my personal opinion, to be taking any trades in. So let's see, and I'm going to move this level up a little bit just to be a little bit more in line with this level because we may see a bounce off of here if we do come to the downside. And the reason for that being is there have been multiple rejections off this level. I just want to basically put it up as high as I can to make sure we have a safe take profit target that can get hit without having a rejection. Versus if we have it down here where it was lined in with the daily, we may have a rejection before that, and you're giving back some of that profit that you really don't want to give back for no reason, really. It's always good to secure profits. There's nothing wrong with that, and nobody's ever really lost money taking profits, and that's a fact. Um, okay, so let me mark this level down right here. All right, let's take it down to the 1-hour time frame. Okay, pretty choppy in here. Not really looking for much in this area, even though we may get a buy position. I mean, this isn't really much. So typically on US30, I like to take longer or much. I try to catch larger moves. Is basically what I'm trying to say. So um, even though there's a little bit of chop here on the 1-hour time frame, I'm not really worried about it because overall price did just continue straight down, and on the 4-hour time frame, it was very clean. So that's something you guys got to keep in mind is the higher time frame always rules. It has the bigger say in where price goes basically, and not only are these all bearish candles, but they all made lower highs, lower lows, and lower closes. So this is very, very clean, ideal traffic to be moving into if we are coming up to retest a high. So I'm not going to mark any of these levels because, I mean, you guys can keep an eye out on them. But overall, if you're securing profits at a 1-to-1, letting the runner run, I'm letting the runner run to 35,000 again just to see basically what happens. So this is what I'm looking for. We have our most recent support, our most recent resistance. Buys. Let's see, is it 450? Um, let's see. We can move this down here actually. 34,400. 34,425. Whoa. What is going on? 34,425. Okay. So the reason I'm looking for buys above this level and not this level here is because providing we are an NYSE open and there's a high volume push, we should have no problem breaking this. Um, also, due to the fact that this is already a lower high than this, um, and we did on a higher time frame make a higher low. So overall, there is more momentum to the upside, obviously, as you saw from the monthly, weekly, and daily time frames. Um, But if we do break this high, there should be no reason that we don't continue up, providing we're in a high volume session. Also, if we are breaking this high and we do get rejected here, we do still have the opportunity to, lock in some profits or move your stop to break even or, what have you, versus if we try to take a long position here, we may just get rejected instantly and be in instant drawdown, which is something we want to avoid at all times. So looking for buys above 34,425. As far as a long position, we're looking for TP at this level over here, 35,000. TP1, 35,000. Obviously, secure 1-to-1. I just put TP1 because that's like my first overall target on the higher time frames. So we're looking for sells below 34. 34,070. 34,070. Okay. So this is where we're looking for sells. Our TP1 obviously is much smaller. I will put a TP2 down here just in case price does break below this level. But keep in mind, we did have some sort of a double bottom here with higher lows made, and then, we basically broke up from here. So I'm gonna put TP1 here, and then obviously if price does break down, this is your second take profit target. Oops, what just happened? What is going on? Okay. So yeah, this is our TP2 location because that is the most recent support. Even though these are 30-minute candles, this is very, very clean price action. There's no resistance in here. I wouldn't even count this small bearish candle, even if you could see it, um, as any sort of significant support. Price just blew right through it, both ways to the downside and the upside. So this is not a very significant level. There's no significant bounces here. But yeah, guys, that's my overall look at US30 for this week. Especially Monday, I do think we can either get one of these trades to happen. US30 tends to move pretty quickly. Um, Personally, I do think we're going to break to the upside, but if we do break to the downside, there still is potential, and that's something that you guys always have to keep in mind, is that you got to be fluid with the market to some degree. So whether there's buys or sells, you got to plan for both opportunities if they present themselves. There might not always be a sell opportunity. There might not always be a buy opportunity. There may sometimes be no trades at all because, price action is just absolutely terrible. But if there is a potential to take a buy trade and there's a potential to take a sell trade, plan for both, especially when prices ranging like this. We're in this little choppy range. We break to the upside, buys are valid. We break to the downside, sells are valid. We have clean traffic on both sides. This is perfect, guys. So let me know what you think. Leave a like, leave a comment. If you haven't already, please subscribe.